All right, in this video, we're going to learn how to draw a Bohr model for an atom. And a Bohr model is just a model, it's an approximation kind of showing where the electrons are in the atom. And so the first thing we're going to do is, it's beryllium. So we're going to look up beryllium on the table. We're going to find it has 4 protons. So I'm just going to write 4 protons in the center here. And I might put a box around it if I want. I try not to put a ring because I don't want to confuse it for an electron ring. So 4 protons are in the middle. The neutrons can vary. And we're trying to say, okay, how many electrons are there and where are they? Well, if it's a neutral atom, if it has 4 protons, it also has 4 electrons. And the Bohr model, you might remember, is also known as the planetary model. So these electrons are sort of orbiting the nucleus like planets around the sun. So the first orbit or ring can hold 2 electrons. And so what we do is we'll put 1, and then in the second one, we'll pair them up. So this is the first ring, so we still have 2 more to place. So the first ring is full with 2, so then we're going to draw the second ring, and the second ring can hold 8. And the rule is we don't pair them up unless we have to. And what I do is I try to think about it can hold 8, so I kind of imagine 4 areas where they can go, and that's sort of where I draw them. It's not a hard and fast rule, but that's just what I do. So I put 1 here, and I put 1 here. And so this is the Bohr model for beryllium. It shows there are 2 electrons in the first ring, and there are 2 electrons in the second ring, and that is it. So now let's look at sulfur. So sulfur, I look up, has 16 protons. So 16 protons, and I'll put a box for myself. So the first ring, again, can hold 2. So 1, 2. The second ring can hold 8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And at this point, I'm at 10. So I'm going to draw a third ring. Now, the third ring, for our purposes, we're going to say can hold 8. It turns out it can hold more, but we only do Bohr models for up to atom number 20, which is calcium. And the reason is beyond calcium, it starts to get more complicated, and we have another model that we use. So for all our purposes, I would think of the first one holding 2, and then after that, they just hold 8. And again, it's an approximation, but it works as long as we don't go above calcium number 20. So here's sulfur. We've added 10. We have 6 more to place, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what's happening in calcium. We have 2 electrons in the first ring, 8 in the second, and 6 in the third. And the outer ring is the one we're most interested in usually, because that is going to define how the atom reacts. We call those the valence electrons. So the valence electrons are the electrons in the outer ring. So beryllium has 2 valence electrons, sulfur has 6. And we'll see how that plays a role later on. So that is it to how to draw a Bohr model. Until next time, I am Derek Genova. Have a delightful day.